Hi guys, hi, how's it going? How you doing today? Hopefully today finds you well. Today I am doing my Project Pan update for December. This is the last update before the finale that I typically do at the beginning of January, and I am so excited to bring you this update. I have a couple new empties, so I'm super excited about that, and some other super exciting panning progress. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, please keep on watching. That is what we are doing today. For those of you new here, hi, my name is Donna. I'm a lover of all things high-end, colorful beauty and self-care. I also work in the beauty industry as a field leader for Ulta Beauty. I get a lot of education in my position. I like to bring you that education here on my platform. But ultimately, I'm out here because I like to talk about makeup. And I'm assuming if you're here, you also like to talk about makeup. And I think that you'll find that this is an amazing channel to be on, especially if you like chatty videos. I do a lot of different things here on this channel, but all beauty and self-care related. So I hope that you'll want to subscribe before you go. With that said, let's roll into this Project Pan update. It's super exciting. I can't wait to share it with you. All right. Hi. Hello. So we're rolling into this month's update with only 8 out of the 10 items that I had initially started with in this rolling project. I do it as I finish something up, I roll something out. There's a cat on my fence. That's weird. Like, I've never seen a cat up there before. Pretty cat. It's a pretty cat. Anyways, I started this project in January with 10 items. It's a rolling project, so as I roll something out, I roll something new in because I always want to keep 10 products going in my Project Pan. But as of last month, I didn't roll anything new in because I had finished 2 products and, you know, I only had like one and a half really more months left of use to get in before the finale, and I didn't think that I had anything left in my collection that I could even make any kind of great progress on in 2 months' time. So I just wanted to hone in and focus on the 8 items that were remaining in my project, and I have some good numbers to share with you. I also have a picture of this guy that I'm going to stick in there and probably make it black and white because I wasn't really thinking too great when I purchased a pad of fluorescent index cards because it doesn't show up super great on the screen. So I will pop a picture of this in there as well as I'm walking through these to show you the visual progress of some of the items that I don't weigh. So some of them are weighed and you get not only a picture of the item but also the weight of the item, and some of them are just pictures of the item, no weight, because they're things like brow products or eyeliners or stuff like that. So I'm gonna go in the order of how I rolled these products in. The first one was this. This was the Winky Lux Unibrow Brow Pencil, and at the last update, I was very, very close to empty. I was like, if I don't have this empty by the next update, I will be very, very sad. And as it turns out, I am completely empty with this product. At this point, it is rolled all the way up. You can't go any further up. And I am really excited to have this as an empty in my project because that's one brow product out of my brow collection, one more empty in my inventory, and I'm really excited about my year-end inventory numbers, and this makes it even more exciting. So we did finish that one up. At the beginning of its time in this project, I rolled it in June on the 3rd, and it's weighed 9 grams the entire time, so I'm not going to bore you with the weight pictures, but I will pop up a picture of this showing you where it was in terms of like line markings from the last couple uses, as well as hopefully I still have the pictures of where it was when I rolled it in versus now currently today as an empty. I have not been super organized with my Project Pan, except for that I have put all the weights and all all the things into a spreadsheet, but next year I think I'm going to make a project pan folder so I don't have to go looking for the pictures every single time I do a project pan. The next one was the Pretty Vulgar Make Them Blush Hush. Make Them Blush Blush in Hush Blush. I do believe that that is how it goes. This has been in my project since the 4th of August. And when I initially put it in, I was like, I just want to hit pan on this. It'll probably likely go at the end of the year because it's not a blush that I reach for anymore. And, you know, truth be told, it's still not a blush that I reach for all the time. If it wasn't in my project pan, I probably wouldn't see the usage out of it that I have seen, because I have found blushes that I just like more than this. But this used to be my fixer blush. Like if I had a problem with patchiness or you know, blending of a blush in my collection, I would always reach for this one when I initially got it, because it was just so easy to use. It's a super finely milled powder. I really like Pretty Vulgar as a brand. Their face powders were amazing. I don't know if they're still even in existence, but this is what the blush looks like currently. And we did see pan in the last update, but I think that you will see that the expansion of pan is actually pretty big, and I'm so excited to have this much pan in this blush. This was rolled in on August 4th at 46 grams of product. Last update it weighed 45 grams and we had pan. This updated is also 45 grams and our pan is much larger than it was. And I think, honestly, I have reinvigorated my love for it. It doesn't perform the same way it did when I brought it into my collection like 4 years ago, but I do love this blush. It is what I am wearing today. It is, I mean, like you can't really hardly see it, but it is like a really natural flush to the cheeks, and I really kind of love it. And I did put it on my list of items to pan, my plan to pan items for 2023, which I will have a video on that going up as well. So I'm going to keep it in and I'm going to plan on panning it the rest of the way next year. The next item was the Urban Decay Afterglow Highlight. This is what this guy looks like. And this was a product that was rolled into my collection quite some time ago. It was like a birthday gift from Urban Decay. I think I signed up for their rewards program or something, and this came to me in the mail, and I was like, oh my god, I got PR from Urban Decay. I was very, very early in my YouTube days, and it turns out it wasn't PR. It was just a gift from Urban Decay for signing up for their rewards program. This is what it looks like today, and I am so excited about that because, y'all, that is pan, and a large amount of pan. I think in the last update, I was like, I think there's pan there, but I'm not really sure. It looks kind of silvery, but it also doesn't. And I think like 2 more uses, and I could definitely tell the difference between the product and the pan. Super excited to see that. I've just been focusing my brush in that area every time I use it. It is the highlight that I am wearing today. I think it's really pretty. It's a gorgeous highlight. This is one of the oldest highlights in my collections. I did not put this on my plan to pan for 2023, but I have a little bit of, I only have like 25 items on that list, and I am going headstrong into next year, really wanting to hit that 50 unit goal that I obviously am not going to hit this year. So that could be a wild card that comes back in to the project pan. But I am actually also planning on participating in Deck of Panning next year, and that could be something that's rolled in as a graveyard item, because this is the second project pan that it's been into. I cannot wait to see the expansion of pan in these 2 items in the finale. And just to be clear, we did hit our goal on these two items. I'm just going to continue to keep them in until the finale because I do want to see that larger pan in those two items. Those two had the goal of just hitting pan. In August, when the Urban Decay Afterglow rolled in on the 4th, it was weighing 49 grams. Last update, it was weighing 47 grams. And this update, it's also weighing 47 grams, but we do have pan. All right, next we have the Charlotte Tilbury Lip Cheat. And this was something that I said to you guys last update, that it is getting really, really hard to sharpen it. And I highly doubt I'll be able to keep it in the project for very much longer than the next update. And as it turns out, this is what I have in this lip cheat. And I am really excited to say that I can no longer sharpen it. This piece is the only thing that sticks outside of the sharpener at this point, and it twirls. So I can't sharpen it anymore because I can't get a grip on something mobile. So this is considered an empty at this point because I can't do anything else with it. And I did use it. I will probably get 1 or maybe 2 more uses out of where it is sharpened at this point. I will use that product until I can't use it anymore, but I am considering it for terms of Project Pan an empty this month because I can't sharpen it anymore. So if I get another use out of it, it's only going to be very minimal, and I don't want to hold on to it throughout the rest of the project. I just want to be able to throw it in my empties when I'm done with it. So I will put a picture, as many pictures as I can up here of where this was sitting when we first rolled it in and where it's at now. I'm really excited because that is the second lip pencil, I believe, in this project that's been used up. The next thing I have is the Always On eyeliner, and this is by Smashbox. And the whole goal for this was to get this guy used up because I do think it's going bad. It's a little bit gummy now when I try and use it on my eyes. It doesn't, smudge as easily as I once was able to smudge it. And that's a problem for me. And it's just this one. I have 3 other ones in the same kind of packaging from Smashbox, which was a limited edition packaging for I can't remember what maybe a holiday season or something. I can't remember, but this is one of the only black pencil liners that I have in my collection. I always have a black pencil liner in my collection. So I just stuck it in here to get as much use out of it as possible and probably toss it at the end of the year. I do think that I'm going to keep it in because it is so small. This is what it looks like now. When I rolled this in, it did have quite a bit of usage, and I just rolled it in October. But I am really pleased with the amount of usage that we've gotten from October to current day. Like you can tell, it's a very consistent amount of use. It's almost an equal amount of space between when I rolled it in the first update and then that first update and this update. So I can tell I'm getting very consistent use out of it. I just want to use it up. So until I cannot use it anymore, I will probably keep it in. The one thing that I won't be doing with this anymore, because I have noticed when I wear this on my tight line, my eyes are so bothered by it. So I will continue to use it on my lower lash line, but I won't be using it to tight line anymore because that goes into my eye, and I try and be really careful about the things that I'm putting in or around my eyes. I definitely don't want an eye infection for sure. We'll decide at the finale where we're at with this and whether I'll keep it in for next year's Project Pan, but that's where we're at right now. I'm really excited about the usage on that as well. Really excited to see the consistency of it. So the next thing I had rolled in also in October, everything else on this list was rolled in on that October update, was the Bobbi Brown Long Lasting Shadow Stick. And this started pretty new in my collection, and this is where we are at currently. I do think that we are also getting really consistent usage out of this guy as well. I don't have a weight for this, but I do have pictures, and I do know that you can see some pretty consistent use out of it. And when I think about what is in these shadow sticks when you first get them. This was full, right? Rounded off at the top, but full to the top, rolled down, and rolled down currently. Like, it is so deep in there. I've done so much damage with this product, so I'm really happy to see that. And also, I think when we look at this, there's also a consistent amount of usage from update to update, so I know that I'm doing what's right for that product and getting the use out of it. That's a very expensive eyeshadow stick in my collection that I got in gratis, so I'm really excited to get some use out of that in the way that I need to be able to use it. Another exciting update is the primer. It's not empty, but we are seeing a very nice amount of usage on this product. I know that it looks like there's a ton of product above that line there, but that's just what is sticking to the walls. This is a glass container. This was rolled in also in October at 100 grams. Last update, it weighed 97 grams, and today it's weighing 91 grams. I had to take it out of my Project Pan bin because everything lays over in my Project Pan bin, and I wanted to be able to see the usage on this, so I did take it out and set it up on my desk. And when I did that, I kind of forgot that this existed, so I'm actually really excited to see the usage on here because it could have been much worse, I guess, because I forgot it existed in my Project Pan collection because I had to take it out of the drawer. So I'm going to have to figure out what to do this month in order to make it more visible in my collection so that I see it and I use it. But for now, I'm really happy with the usage on that. That is also in my plan to pan for 2023. And the last thing is this, which is the Bare Minerals bronzer, also rolled in October. It weighed 20 grams in October, 20 grams last update in November, and it weighs 19 grams today. You can see this guy, it doesn't even look like it's been used. These Bare Minerals bronzers are so hard pressed, but so beautiful on the skin. So they're really foolproof. Like, you can't really do a whole lot of damage with these no matter how hard you go in because of how hard pressed they are. But beautiful bronzer. I love and have loved Bare Minerals warmth for a very long time. I had it in a loose powder. I bought 2 loose powders at different times, obviously. One, used it up, bought another one, and that one I panned, I think, last year in the Project Pan that we did last year. And then this is just a little baby version, which I think is the perfect size, honestly, for highlighters, bronzers, and blushes. I think they should only come in the mini size because they're so hard to go through. I mean, this has been in my collection for 5 years. This has been in my collection for roughly 5 years also. So, like, they just last forever. I think this is the perfect size. It doesn't even look like it's been touched. So that is it for my Project Pan update. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. We did have 2 empties this pan update. So those will be going into my empties container. I do have 2 products that I've hit goal on that I'm just trying to expand the goal. And then I have 4 items that I'm still working on out of the 10 that were in my Project Pan to begin with. I've emptied quite a few items through this Project Pan, and I can't wait to go over the finale with you. But my goal this year was to hit 50 items, and I definitely didn't hit 50 items. I have a more strategic plan for next year, so next year I will have the same goal, but I'll go over all that in the finale. So hold on tight for the finale. If that sounds like something you want to keep track of, please hit the subscription bell so that you're notified every single time I upload a video. I hope that you guys liked this video, and I hope that you liked it enough that you do want to subscribe before you go. I would love having you along for this crazy ride of mine. And like, we're just an ever-loving, ever-growing family here on my channel, and I would love to welcome you in. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. I hope that you and yours are well, that you're good, that you're safe, that you're healthy, that you're getting along as best you can, that you are loving each other, but loving each other from afar. And until next time, bye, friends.